So let me tell you about Virtually Heroes. Virtually Heroes stars Mark Hamill. And by stars Mark Hamill, he's in the movie for about 5 minutes. But it basically is the story of two characters fighting a war in an undisclosed Asian country, two white guys who are trying to rescue a girl and dying over and over. And it's very quickly you learn these are video game characters. This is like that Ryan Reynolds movie, Free Guy, but you don't get to see the other side of what's happening on the other side of the screen. You are simply stuck with two video game characters that somehow become self-aware. They know they're video game characters. They're playing like a Call of Duty type of game in this undisclosed Asian country. Mark Hamill ends up being a mentor dressed in a brown robe. I wonder what they're trying to make him look like. It is a very hammy, cheesy cameo for him to have. And this movie is super low budget. It's one of the credited producers, executive produced by Roger Corman, which to me is credibility in my book because I love Roger Corman. But this movie just goes through, of course, what happens, typical things you would think happen. They attack this village, they get killed. They attack this village, they win, they get points, they go back into this room where then they load up, they see additional weaponry and artillery, and they kind of absorb it into a backpack. It's all the cliches of playing a Call of Duty game, but it's shot, obviously it's shot, live action. What I found, first of all, I was ready to hate this movie and loathe it. Found it kind of entertaining. I'm not going to tell you it's the greatest movie ever, probably a 5. But I was mildly entertained by the fact that if you're familiar with all of the cliches of playing a video game, like saving your game, dying with, extra lives, like it sort of falls into all of those. And I'm sure the filmmakers, it looks like this movie was made years ago. And I'm sure when Free Guy came out, it must have disappointed the filmmakers to see that like someone, they took our idea. But this is not Free Guy because you never see the other side of the screen. This is just two video game characters that are self-aware. And it's 90 minutes. It's super short, easy to get into. I quite enjoyed it. I don't know if we have a review on the Film Threat website, Alan.
I have the review. I don't know that I published it yet.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. But who reviewed it? Bobby Lapierre?
Dan Liebarger.
Dan Liebarger. Okay, cool. It's entertaining. It's probably, a 5 for me. But like as a movie that like was made at that level, I found it really entertaining just because here's why I enjoyed it. It didn't take itself too seriously. Did not take itself too seriously. This movie knows it's dumb. This movie knows Mark Hamill's in the movie. This movie knows, and Mark Hamill knows, I know you want me in this movie because I played Luke Skywalker. Sure, I'll wear the brown robe and mentor you. So I actually quite enjoyed the film. Like I say, not a resounding recommendation. It's no Patan, which I would rate like an 8 or above. But Virtually Heroes was entertaining for what it was. And if you play, the thing is this, if you don't play video games, you will not like this movie. You will not like this film. If you are a frequent player of video games, you are going to really enjoy it and you'll get all the jokes because most of the jokes are for people who play video games, in particular Call of Duty type games frequently. So just a mild recommendation out here. If you see this movie, it turns up on Tubi or, you want to seek it out, you'll have a really good time. Alan, did you see Virtually Heroes?
I did not see Virtual Heroes.
That's okay. I did. I took care of it for you. Let's go to the chat.
Yeah, I saw Velma.
You literally jumped on the grenade. Someone mentioned earlier. You jumped on the grenade for the entire Film Threat team